Good morning and welcome back to Almost Functional 40K. Here with Grotmas Day 13. We got two detachments today, but first we're going to be doing the Armored Warhost for Aeldari. So that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. All right. So the detachment rule is skilled crews. Ranged weapons equipped by Aeldari vehicle models from your army have the assault ability, and you can reroll advanced rolls made for Aeldari vehicle fly units from your army. All right, that's a solid rule. Eldar vehicles are already fast enough, but now they have assault, so they can advance and charge, or advance and shoot, and reroll that advance if they're fly, which a lot of their vehicles are. All right, so enhancements, we have guiding presence, Eldari Psyker model only. That. So we have my alarm was going off. We have guiding presence enhancement. Eldari Psycho model only. At the start of your shooting phase, select one friendly Eldari vehicle model within 9 of the bearer until the end of the phase. Each time that model makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Alright, so +1 to wound for a vehicle. Harmonization matrix. Eldari model only. In your command phase, if the bearer or any transport it is embarked within is within range of an objective marker you control, well, 1d6 on a 3+, you gain 1 CP. Alright, so potential to gain an extra CP, which can't go above the normal extra 1 you can gain per turn. But still, it's a different way to gain CP. We have Spirit Stone of Raelith. Eldari Psyker model only. While the bearer is within 3 inches of one or more friendly Eldari vehicle units, the bearer has the lone operative ability. In your command phase, you can select one friendly Eldari vehicle model within 3 inches of the bearer. That model regains up to D3 lost wounds. So some of this is really just letting their Psykers act like tech Marines from the Marines in certain ways. All right, next up we have Guileful Strategist or Guileful Strategist. Eldari model only. If your army includes the bearer, after both players have deployed their army, select up to 3 Eldari vehicle units from your army and redeploy them. When doing so, any of those units can be placed into Strategic Reserve, regardless of how many units are already in Strategic Reserve. All right, so you can take 3 vehicles that you deployed on the table, and either redeploy them somewhere in your deployment zone or put them in Strategic Reserve. Or I guess you could infiltrate or something with them, possibly if they have that keyword. All right, 15 points. That actually, I really like that one. Then we have the stratagems. We have layered wards. Any phase just after a mortal wound is allocated to an Eldari vehicle unit from your army. That Eldari vehicle. At the end of the phase, you get a 5 field no pain against mortals. Then we have Cloud Strike. Start of the reinforcement step of your movement phase. One Eldari vehicle unit from your army that can fly and is in strategic reserves. Until the end of the phase, your unit has the Deep Strike ability. When your unit is set up on the battlefield using Deep Strike ability, it can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 6 inches horizontally away from all enemy units. But if it does so until the turn, it's not eligible to declare a charge. In addition, if your unit is a transport, each unit that disembarks from it this turn must be set up more than 6 inches horizontally away from all enemy units, and until the end of the turn, it's not eligible to declare a charge. All right, so you can Deep Strike a vehicle, and you can do it within 6 inches instead of 9. For 1 CP, that seems like a pretty good strat. We have Swift Deployment, your movement phase, one Eldari transport unit from your army. Till the end of the phase, units can disembark from your transport after it has advanced. Units that do so count as having made a normal move that phase and cannot declare a charge in the same turn, but can otherwise act normally. All right, so you can advance your transport. You get to, if it has fly, which most of the transports do, you get to re-roll it from the army rule, and it can still shoot. And the guys who jump out only count as making a normal move, so they can still shoot normally. That's really good. I like Swift Deployment. Next, we have Soul Sight. Your shooting phase, one Eldari vehicle unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Till the end of the phase, each time your unit is selected to shoot, you can reroll 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, 1 damage roll made for models in your unit. If you're using fast dice rolling, you can select one of those rolls to reroll before moving on to the next step of the attack sequence. 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, and 1 damage roll. So you get to reroll 1 of each. That's pretty good. Vectored engines, your movement phase just after an Eldari vehicle unit from your army that can fly falls back. Till the end of the phase, your unit is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back. All right, so when you fly vehicles, you can give it fall back and shoot. Then we have anti-grav repulsion. Your opponent's charge phase just after enemy units declare a charge. One Eldari vehicle unit from your army that can fly. Until in this phase, subtract 2 from charge rolls made for that enemy unit. After someone tries to charge one of your fly vehicles, you can give them -2 to charge. This seems like a pretty solid detachment. Uh, you're going to attack mostly into vehicles, but with some of the transport rules you get here, I can see some falcons full of aspect warriors, um, like fire dragons, stuff like that, being actually pretty useful in this detachment. So this would be just a really unique and different way from what you see in most Eldar lists, which I like. Um, we'll see how good it is. A lot of vehicle type heavy lists are hard for a lot of people to deal with, but we are seeing a lot of detachments that do that right now, so the meta may shift to be able to deal with that better. If this was just in a vacuum without all the other vehicle detachments that had just been released, I would say it was actually fairly strong. But I think as the meta will shift to deal with a lot of these that have just come out, I still think it's solid, but that will take a hit because to deal with some of these other detachments, you're already teching to start killing a little more vehicles. So that will help with dealing with this. But with that being said, like, share, subscribe, all that cool YouTube stuff. But thank you guys, and we will catch you next time.